There may be an important tactic that you're missing with your Amazon product launch that could determine whether you're going to rank extremely fast or not at all. In this video, I'm going to explain what the Amazon honeymoon period is and how it's a real thing that affects your product ranking right when you start launching your product. I pulled up a quick article here that I'll also have linked below for you guys to take a look at and read more in depth, but we're going to look at how to capitalize on this honeymoon period. What is the honeymoon period? Sellers refer to the time right after a product launches on Amazon as the honeymoon period. New products are able to easily rank a lot higher than they would as if they've already been selling on Amazon for a long time, because when you're first launching, Amazon wants to give your product a little trial and test run to see if it's really going to be a hot selling item. Amazon will give you more visibility in front of shoppers during your product launch to help boost your sales, get reviews, and potentially let your product sit high in the pages for a long-term ranking. How do we know if the honeymoon period's real? Well, this is all defined inside of the Amazon A9 algorithm, and after measuring the results of many thousands of product launches and getting information from thousands of sellers in the community, we know for sure that the honeymoon period is real and that sellers can certainly benefit from it when they start launching their products. The Amazon A9 algorithm takes a huge account on your conversion rate and sales history. Now, sales history pulls so much weight in the A9 algorithm because if your product is out there and it's getting a lot of clicks and no one's buying it, that means it's got really bad sales history and a low conversion rate, which is going to make Amazon push the product further and further down in the pages. Now, you can imagine when you first launch your product, you're going to start way back in no man's land, but if you use some tactics like I employ in my Amazon Seller Pro course, which I'll also have linked down below, which is a step-by-step guide on giving you everything you need to get your e-commerce Amazon private label business up and running successfully. I've had students as young as 18 and as old as 70 complete this course and get successful, and I am willing to help you guys one-on-one mentorship wise. And I don't think a lot of other people are actually doing Zoom calls with their students when people do complete this course. You can check out the link and see all the video titles of my course to see what it's all about. But I show you how to get ranked on page one extremely quickly with some special URLs. And beyond that, guys, it's all about that conversion rate. For instance, if you've had only 10 people click on your brand new listing and 5 of them bought, you're going to have a really high conversion rate right out the gate because there hasn't been a whole lot of data of random shoppers clicking on your product and not buying it just yet. So we want to make sure we have optimized titles, listings, and bullet points before we do any kind of launch. And stay tuned because I'll show you inside of Seller Central, which is your Amazon seller account, how to actually set up your listing so it's ready for the honeymoon period. Because if you don't do this one little tactic, you're not going to get the benefit from it. You might create a listing way sooner than you're actually going to launch your product, and that grace period is not going to really work. The honeymoon period starts when your inventory reaches the Amazon warehouse and your product is live and ready for sale. That's what I'm mentioning. I'll show you how to set your launch date further in the future from when you first set up your listing. Now, based on this article, it says that their experiments show that it takes the search algorithm roughly 4 weeks to collect enough data in sales history on a new listing, which is the grace period. So you have about a month after you launch your product for Amazon to really see what keywords they want to start ranking you for. And if you have an awesome listing and you're doing the launch strategy that I cover on my YouTube channel and in my courses, then you're going to be pretty much good to go. And you want to use this period. It's so critical to getting that initial kick to your product. I mean, a lot of sellers will take the slow and steady approach and not have a game plan set up for their launch, and it can really hurt their ranking overall. So you want to make sure you have that marketing plan to generate sales and traffic and reviews and have that listing fully optimized before you employ these tactics. Now, the rest of this article will go on. They talk about a potential second honeymoon period where, if you first launch your product, maybe it was your test order and you realized there was a few things you needed to fix in your instruction manual, or you wanted to bundle a new item with it, or you just started getting bad reviews. You can always relaunch the product by creating a new ASIN. You can take your same information, copy and paste it to a new ASIN, and on your next order, you'll just give your supplier the new barcodes that Amazon gives you for that new ASIN that you created, and you can ship it in under a new listing and then have a chance to re-rank your product as if it's brand new, but you will already have had some of that experience going through your first launch. This is just in case you have a, really bad listing or something doesn't work out for you in the beginning, restarting your product listing, relaunching it. If your product isn't doing well due to bad reviews or fierce competition and you're willing to throw away its sales history, you can then relaunch it. So you start fresh, and then you'll get those benefits again of this honeymoon period. Now let's jump into our Amazon seller accounts. So I zoomed in here, but once you click on your Amazon account, you'll be able to see this inventory tab. You'll come down to press manage inventory. And then I just scroll down to the bottom here where I have some products I haven't sold for a long time. But obviously you're going to want to set up a listing before you ever ship any products in. And I cover that in the course step by step, what you need to do in what order so you're not making any mistakes. But I like to create a bare bones listing with just a title, some basic bullets, description, and some really basic images just to get the product up on Amazon so I have something to look at here. And then when you set that listing up, you'll be able to come over and, we can click on these images here, and then it will take you into your title and all the other information you have under vital info. But what we're going to do to set our launch date further in the future is come over to more details. And if you don't see this more details here, you may have it just look like this on your screen. You have to come press more attributes, and then it will open that up for you just like it did here. So we'll go ahead and press on more details, and you want to come down to right here. So it says launch date. This is a very old product that I was selling back in 2018. And this is a date that you can change. So let's say you're working with your supplier in June and your product's not going to arrive till sometime maybe in July. Well, you can come in and set your launch date till August, and this will keep your listing dormant and not active or anything like that. Because if you have your launch date set really early, that's going to take a ding on your honeymoon period. But once your product does arrive, you want to just set that launch date to the day you're ready to fully start your sales process and really launch your product. And you can just set it to any date you want, and then boom, the launch date will be good. You can also come down to the release date. I didn't even know about this trick back when I was doing this, and you'll just set the release date to the same time as your launch date. If you forget to do this, you'll see that your product is inactive even if you have inventory in Amazon. So make sure you set the date to the correct time when you're actually ready to launch it. And then you'll just simply come down and to the bottom say save and finish. And now you've set your launch date out in the future. You don't have to worry about anything except getting your product prepared for that launch. So this was the quick breakdown on the honeymoon period. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Smash the thumbs up button, subscribe, and like I said, I'll have all these resources, the article, and my Amazon seller course right down below. And I look forward to speaking with you guys hopefully soon in the future. Take care, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.